Welcome back to the 2025 Parade of Homes. We are so excited. It has been awesome.
It's been unbelievable to meet some of these vendors that are doing incredible work in our community.
Yep.
It's been amazing. And we've got one that I'm excited about meeting. I've heard about him and we've seen some of his work, but we're excited to actually have a conversation with him. So we've got Chad here. He's with Keystone Creative.
Yep.
It's really a niche and unique platform that he has. And so I'm excited to kind of hear about what he does and how he does it as well. So.
On the app, if you download the app and you want to come visit these houses, he is house number lucky 13, right?
Yes. It's the one in Millwood.
Yep.
And so he has done, it's actually the only house on the parade that isn't a new build. He did the creative work and the remodel on it. It's an incredible home. When we were doing video work, we were like, man, this house has some incredible character.
Yep.
And so we are excited. You've got to go to that house. House number 13. That's where he's going to be. Are you going to be there all weekend?
Yep, I'll be there all weekend.
All weekend. So you know the man with the stash. There's a few of them out there that are pretty good.
Yeah, we got Wyatt on ours, and he's in what?
But he's in Highland, I think.
Highland this weekend.
But so Highland, right next to Millwood.
Yep.
You've got to stop over there and take a look. So Chad, thanks for joining us.
Sure.
We know it's a busy weekend for you, and you're highlighting some of your incredible work. But we would love to hear a little bit about what you do, and we can talk through the ideal clients for you as well, and what that process looks like. So could you give us a 40,000 view of your business and how you create these incredible products?
Okay, well, I'm the owner of Keystone Creative, and I started the company Keystone branded business almost 20 years ago. I wanted to go into building things my way, something different than what I've seen everywhere else. I've always dabbled in the design and build industry for many years prior to that, but this was kind of my way of doing it myself.
Yeah.
I want to focus on designs, not just being what everybody sees as popular, but what is the reason why we would put certain items in a home, or why we would lay out a home space a certain way. The space planning, the selected furnishings, everything about the home matter. And so I decided, hey, I'm going to go that route. I had my own cruise for a while, but it's now evolved to where I'm overseeing the projects from start to finish, and making sure that every detail is handled along the way.
What I love about what you were telling us earlier is that you get to know your clients extremely well. You get to know what pain points they have in their home right now, different styles, but efficiency, what they can do to better their lifestyle within their home, or if they're building a new home, making sure that that new home is going to be a perfect fit for their lifestyle. So can you kind of talk us through the length of time it takes to really get to know these people, and how you take that lifestyle and build the architecture and the design to match that as well?
Well, everything, we start out with obviously that first visit, and we get to know each other, and really say, you need to decide whether you like me, and I need to decide whether I like you.
Yeah.
And we try to form that, trust and compromise relationship, and move forward. I survey the clients with lots of questionnaires, really understanding who they are, where they live, do they have a lot of people that they're entertaining with, or if they want large furniture, or if they want to be very minimalist, whatever their lifestyle is. I try to really understand that. And as we talk and discover, you always have generally two people involved. They always have different opinions, and I'm listening to both.
You're a counselor is what you are.
Well, I can be.
Yeah.
I commonly say though that if both had the same opinion, then one would be irrelevant, right?
Yeah.
So having those contradictions, whether they're large or small, are important to understand who they are.
Yeah.
And that helps me do a better job at creating their space.
What's beautiful about this is, I think one of the most stressful things you can do as a couple is build a house together.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the funny saying in the building industry, right? So I think what you offer, not only is it with the spouses potentially, it's also, you've got people that if you're building a house, well, you're obviously not a builder, right? So you have a builder. Well, your language and a builder's language could be two different things. And if you've got a vision in your head and the builder doesn't get the vision in your head, nobody's a mind reader in the world, and everybody's, there's a lot of tension that happens with that. And I love what you offer and how you do this, because I'm sure that, the issues we've dealt with, and when we've built houses and different projects, and we watch clients build projects and houses, having somebody that can speak both languages and understand that, and has done this, you've done this so many times, what the pain points are going to be, what the pressures are, when this person's not getting out of their, getting what they want said, you can feel that and see that. And if you're going to build a house, this is just such a great way, in my opinion, to do that.
Yeah. Chad is like a liaison and translator between the builder and the client, and you have both sides expertise. And I think that's such an important role, because building a home can be, there's some great builders out there, but it can be just so overwhelming. You got to pick every single finish, every single piece of hardware.
Yeah.
And so having somebody that sits down with you, understands your style, understands what you're trying to do, and then you really do all the background work, from what I hear.
Sure.
And you present it to them in a way that's not overwhelming, but it's exciting, because it's going to get them to their lifestyle goal.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not off the shelf kind of homes that you would just go buy, right? Everything takes time. The most important thing about the work that I do, or any quality build, is the design and planning process. Too often we want to rush through that, or we see something on TV, or where we see the online photos and apps that say, hey, this is how it should look. It looks great, and you think that's what you want, but it really doesn't fit. We need to plan every detail to make sure it fits.
Yeah.
And that's part of that long journey we were leading into. So sometimes that can be a few months. Many times it can be a year, even longer. And then we cycle through to the build. But once we get to the build side, most of all those troubles are all now worked out.
Yep.
And so the build goes smoother. The contractors, they can go to somebody that gives the answer what to do next, how to move through. The plans that we have are very thorough. And it really works out well.
I love how that is, because I feel like when you build a custom home, the builders are there, time's money. They got to get the project done, all that stuff hammered out and going, because they can't have people standing around. So if you're out there with a builder and you're trying to design stuff as people are framing the house, like, it's a little late at that point. So to take your time, slow down, pump the brakes. I always say it's great, to slow down to go fast sometimes. And I think when you build a house, I think it's a great probably motto to live by: slow down to go fast. Let's get it all dialed exactly how we want it. So then implementing's that's not the challenge.
Yeah. My being a professional building designer, I highly encourage everyone to get involved with an architect, building designer, or an interior designer to do the professional work to get the house ready, prepared to build ahead of time.
Man, it's such an investment. It's one of the largest purchases somebody's going to make in their lifetime. And especially when you're doing a custom build, you have the opportunity to build something that's specific to your family and your lifestyle. And whether it's you have 4 kids and you want them all to be on the same level with a common area, or you have a certain disability, or whatever that looks like, you want the house to fit your needs stylistically, as well as just everyday use. And so it sounds like, from what I understand, you take that role of the builder, the architect, the design, and you put them all into one role, to where instead of having to reach out to 4, 5, 6 different people, you're that person for them to go to every single day.
Yes. Yeah. They just have to deal with one person, essentially. It's complicated. There's a lot of moving parts. I try to keep my hand on everything, and try to make sure it's going well. It doesn't always go as perfectly planned, but we have a pathway, have a system that gets us.
But they've got a professional that's built many, many houses, and it's not a homeowner trying to have a hard conversation with a builder that you don't know, you don't want to make them mad, and they don't want to make you mad. And then all of a sudden this limbo conversation doesn't get something done, and then people are upset.
And the homeowner's done this maybe no times, or maybe once. And so they don't have the expertise that you have of doing probably 50, hundreds of homes. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So having that expertise is huge. Absolutely.
Builders are fantastic at creating something if they have a plan, right? If you tell them what to do, this is what we need to have as a result. Most of your builders are going to do a great job with that. It muddies the water when they have to slow things down, get off their track of what they're best at, and have to come up with those decisions, right? And so they'll lean into something fast and easy, or a vendor may say, hey, this is what we will do. And so that leads your decision, versus having somebody that's outside of all of that, making sure it's all correct. It can get very expensive to kind of off the cuff kind of solutions.
Yeah.
I tell everybody that the 4 most expensive words in the English language is while we're at it. Okay. So you keep spending and adding and compiling. When we're going through it, this thing's going to run out of control.
Yes, yes.
Bring it in as an early plan, thinking it all through. That's when it makes sense.
Absolutely. I think of that when I think of maybe special dates in my marriage or something. If I plan ahead, then it's a little bit cheaper because I've been planning. If I'm waiting till the last minute, then I'm going to end up spending more because I've got
Walking through Best Buy, grabbing everything on the end caps.
Exactly. And so say somebody has a home that they want to stay at, but it doesn't meet all their needs. Can you help them in that way as well to sit down with them, find the needs that they have, and then revitalize their home in that way?
Absolutely. That's really my main niche, is working with existing homes, making them great again for the people, for their new style, for neighborhood. This the one we have here in Millwood was designed with kind of a French country flair that was very popular in the 90s in this whole area. I needed to respect the neighborhood, so I changed the exterior to give it a more contemporary look, but still held on to what fit into the neighborhood. And then internally, they wanted to go very contemporary, very modern look, and I was able to do that inside. Move things around, open some walls up.
The house is stunning, absolutely stunning. It's gorgeous, and it has character. That's what's cool about it to me. Obviously, if you can build a house, you can make it exactly what you want with the character you want. But I love, when we look at houses, I love the ones that are the older ones that have that character and that grit to them. And it's really got some meat, and it's not just the same one running down the same block. So that's very cool.
And some of the builders here today, I mean, they're doing a great job. I mean, this house is a perfect example of some of that character being shown through. But it is really cool when you have the location you want, you've got the house, but you want to put some of that character back into it or build it in your own way. Instead of having to rebuild or buy a new one, you can utilize your space and have you come in. So.
And many times you're focusing your money on the space that you want to improve on, versus when you build new, you've got to spend it on all the infrastructure and everything else before you get to those nice.
Yeah, that's a great
features.
point. That's a great point.
So very good. Well, hey, thank you for joining us today. It was really great. I know you're going to be back at the house in Millwood, number 13.
Yep.
So make sure as you're jumping on, getting your app to get into the parade of homes, whether it's Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Chad's going to be at the number 13 all weekend.
Be there all weekend.
So make sure to swing by. It's actually a really good representation of the work he does. And if you're thinking about, man, I want my space to work better for me. When you're over at the house, maybe have a conversation with him. I'm sure if you took him out to lunch or dinner, he might have a conversation with you. So, but yeah, we're thankful for your time.
Chad, how do people get a hold of you?
You can most easily get a hold of me, KeystoneCreativeCO.com. Whether you want to reach out to me through the website there, find more about me. We're on social media and so on. You can also get the Mr. Mustache. That's me too.
Perfect.
And there's lots of ways you can find me.
Great. Well, hey, thank you so much. Thanks for joining us. We're going to have a new guest here in just a few minutes, but make sure this weekend, it's a perfect day today. Make sure to come out, get that app,
Get the app.
buy the ticket in the app, go to a few of these houses. It's so much fun. Bring your family, bring your spouse, get some great ideas of what you can do in your home. Maybe if you're thinking about building in the future, maybe you're just dreaming. I remember as an early 20-year-old, I went to Parade of Homes and I would dream about what I could do at some point. And it's cool because you get those things in your mind and you can start working toward them as well.
It's very cool. Yep.
Great homes on the tour. So make sure, swing by number 13 in Millwood. And I think it's going to be a great weekend.
Oh, it's going to be fantastic.
Very good.
Thanks, guys.